kept looking at the thing like, I'm missing the word not. Like, I don't see it. Let me keep looking at it. Like, you're good. Green is for good. What's up, guys? It's your girl, Ty.
It's Lena.
And we are back with another lit video. So today, we will be giving you guys a story time about us getting COVID. Yes, guys.
Yes, we tested positive for COVID.
Let's start from the beginning. Okay, so sadly, right after Thanksgiving, I lost my grandfather. And we went to his funeral and everything. And my uncle was a little sick. He's a little sick. I was like, what's wrong? Why you sick? No, I didn't say that, but like, oh, no. After I found out he was sick, what's going on? So then, like, I was getting ready to go to work one day, and my mom texted me, and she was like, you know, my aunt has COVID. And I was like, you were just around him. Yeah. Like, oh my God. And I have been worried about getting COVID since it started because I have asthma. Yeah. And I was like, I can't get this. I can't get this. Yeah. So I told them, and my job didn't care. They was like, okay, you should be fine. Come in.
Yeah. They were pretty much just like, oh, well, it's been about a week since the funeral, so you should be fine. They said it's only 10 days contagious. It's been 7 days. Come on in. You should be fine.
You're fine. Like,
so being the great employee that she is, she went in anyway.
Mind you, before I found out, I actually started catching a cold.
Yeah.
Like, I actually felt like I had a cold, and I was telling them, like, hey, I'm sick, my asthma's bothering me, all of this stuff. Yeah. And they still didn't care. Like, they told me not to come in one day, but I was still sick after that.
Yeah. And when you told them that your aunt tested positive for COVID, and it's been 7 days, you should be fine. That day, I had been feeling sick.
Exactly.
And I remember you were asking me how I was feeling, and I was like, I feel like I have a cold. I don't know. And I thought you had a cold, so I'm like, oh, you just passed a cold. And I remember, I don't ever really get sick. I rarely get sick.
All the times we've been together, she had not got sick not one time. I was like, this is
not like that. I mean, I've gotten sick where I felt like nauseous and stuff like that, but I've never gotten like a cold before.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my God, I feel congested, I feel sick, my head hurts, I feel so tired. But you know, they were like, still go to work. We didn't even think that we probably had COVID. Yeah. We were still thinking like it's a cold.
Yeah.
So she went to work, and what happened then?
When I went to work, I think I was still feeling a little like my nose was running and everything, but you know, then she was still feeling sick, and I came home and she was like, I feel worse and all this stuff. And the next day was my mom's birthday, and I want to go to her house for the weekend, but I'm like, we feeling sick, I want to get tested. You know, the tests usually come back the next day, which it did not this time because there was a high volume of people going to get tested.
Even the line when we went in, it was wrapped all the way to the street. Yeah. And so we already knew, oh my gosh, this many people think they have COVID. Is it possible that we'll have it? We still didn't even think that we probably had COVID because we wore a mask, so we thought we probably don't have it.
Yeah. We got the test done on my mom's birthday, and it didn't come back until like that Monday that
everything, we got the test. It normally comes back the next day. But every day we kept checking it, and we had other things to do. Yeah. Her job was like, hey, you get test results back. She's like, I still haven't gotten anything back. They were like, just to be safe, just stay at home. And then I remember you told them that, you know, despite what they said, you still want to get tested because I felt sick. Yeah. And I was starting to feel worse. I was really like feeling worse, like getting really congested, really tired. My head was hurting. And so you were like, let's just stay, let's get tested, whatever. And, you know, we waited a long time for the test, but everything had to be done. As you guys know, we're looking for a venue.
Yeah.
We had a tour booked. We had plans to go to Target, get gifts for each other, for everyone else in our family.
Yeah.
So it was crazy. And so us not finding the test and nothing's coming in, we're like, okay, hold on, we can't do that because we don't know. So we had to cancel all our plans.
Yeah. So we actually found out while we were, because she canceled one of the tours for the venue because we didn't know. Yeah. But then we were like, I'm sure we're okay. We're just gonna run to the store, get some Christmas presents, and then, you know, everything will be okay. So she goes in the store, right? I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm telling her, I'm like, I can't find the results. Like, they're not sending me the results. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And so as I'm talking to her on the phone, I'm going through my email, and I see the email, guys. And I was like, it's here. And I told her, I was like, the results came back. The results came back. She's like, what did they say? And I didn't think it was gonna be positive, so I just clicked on it. I took a little moment, and I just clicked on it, and it was like detected. And I was like, I just took a moment. I was like, oh my God. That's all I said. And she's like, what? And I was like, oh my God. I gotta call Lena. I was like, she has to get out of that store.
Yeah. Meanwhile, all this is happening. I'm in the store, la da 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 da. Oh, she might like this. Oh, my mom might like this. La da la. Pushing my cart, just have no care in the world. And I'm calling my best friend, like, hey, what do you think I should get this? And I get a call from her. I'm like, why's she calling me? You know, I answer the phone, I'm like, yeah, what's up? Get out of the store right now.
That's not what I said. I was like, I got my results. And she was like, okay, what'd they say? And I was like, well, it ain't good. I was like, just come back right now.
Yeah.
I was like, come back right now.
I had put like 5 things in my basket at this point. I was just, you know, la-da-da, throwing stuff in the basket.
Yeah.
And, you know, for her to call me and be like, well, it wasn't good.
Here,
I didn't think, I was like, what she mean? What she mean is not good. I'm like, well, like right now you want me to leave?
And I was like, come here.
And she's like, yeah, come to the car.
And
get
so
out
she
of the
dropped
store.
what she had, and she just came.
And
she got to the car, and she was like, what did they say? And honestly, I thought she had already knew since I told her it wasn't good.
Yeah.
But
I was confused. I was really just trying to go Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
And I didn't want the happiness to end.
Yeah.
So
this was literally like a couple days away.
And she was like, you know, I tested positive. And like, I went in my phone searching through every email I own.
And you still didn't get
I didn't get anything. And so now we're thinking, well, I didn't get my test results. Now everyone I'm calling saying, you know, oh, she tested positive for COVID. They're like, well, what did yours say? And I'm like, well, at this point, it doesn't really matter what mine says.
We still been around
because
each other.
And now I'm in the car with her, and she's coughing all over me.
I was not coughing over her. She's so silly.
Yeah, she wasn't coughing all over me. She's not the type of person. But I mean, like, we're in the same car.
Yeah,
I pulled my mask
air.
up. We're breathing the same air in a car, in a small compact car.
Yeah.
You know, so if I didn't have it before, I certainly have it now. So it don't matter what my test results said. So I pretty much just told everybody, treat me the same as you treat, you know, Ty. So don't be around me. Don't come anywhere near me. If you're gonna be anywhere around in the vicinity, wear a mask. I'm gonna keep my distance.
So for anybody who hasn't gotten tested, like, we go to Viral Solutions, and all the time I've gotten it back. They tell you like what to do if like you have it or whatever, but the document looks different. So the document is usually green if you're good. Like, if your good is green. And for some reason, when I read the document, it just didn't look like the last time. Because we got tested a couple times. And it did not look the same.
Yeah, it's on an app. It's like green writing. It says not detected. Like, you're good. Green is for go. Great.
Then it was like, detected. And I kept looking at that thing like, I'm missing the word not. Like, I don't see it. Let me keep looking at it to make sure I didn't skip over it. Because I am a person who likes to check things to make sure I miss nothing. And so I check it and I'm just like, oh my God. So first thing I do after I tell her to come out the store is I contact my job and I tell them. And so they're like, okay, we'll get back to you.
Yeah. But yeah, I think they were shocked because they had told you to come in there even after just a week, you know, and you told them all this.
Honestly, though, guys, it wasn't even a week. I think we had seen them 2 weeks prior, and on that week before, I was feeling sick. So, like 2 weeks after, I was feeling sick. But I know that if I had COVID, I did not get it from my uncle. I did not get it from that funeral. I got it from that job. Because there's one lady who was already out for a while because her husband was sick. And she was like, it's a lot being at home with your husband and kids for 10 days. 10 days is quarantine time. Yeah. Why y'all at home for 10 days? And she walks around without a mask. And I was working closely with her. You know. Yeah. And so I do feel like I got it from that job and from her. But then they tried to treat it as if, you know, I brought it into the facility. And they're like, you know, make sure you keep your gloves on, your mask on, and all this other stuff. It's like, I do that.
Yeah.
I do that. I make sure I do that.
Right.
You know. And, you know, with the job, no hygienic protocols are being taken place. No temperature checks, nothing. Those kids were actually sick, too. So I'm like, could it have come from the kid? You know, so that whole thing was just crazy. And I was personally scared to go back because I was like, if it happened once, it could happen again because they don't care.
Yeah.
Because regardless, I just found out that my aunt, you know, last time I was in contact with my aunt, you know, she could have had it, right? But I seen my mom a little bit after that. And my mom had been around my aunt, although I wasn't around her. And that's what I told them. I was like, my mom was around my aunt and I was around my mom. And they was like, okay, well, you was around your aunt at this time. This was like 2 weeks ago, so you're fine. Yeah. Although I was around my mom about, you know, a week ago or so. But she went to go get tested and she was negative. Yeah. So I know I didn't get it from her.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It was such a sad situation of how that, you know, didn't get handled in the best way that I could have.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I'm sorry that happened, and it really sucks. I think people are really, you know, we're really hurt financially with COVID, with this pandemic, that unfortunately these people are caring so much more about their finances than the well-being of the people who work for them. Or the people that are around them, because they don't want to lose any more money, and I think that's what they care about the most. And unfortunately, I think that right now in this pandemic, we really see people for who they really are, because I think that's the best way to know somebody, who they really are. Hit them where their finances are. You'll find out exactly the person you're working with. And unfortunately, that's the world we live in. I mean, I hope it gets better. I hope that money isn't everything, because it's not. But I mean, we'll only see in due time. You know, that's really how we got COVID. I guess, you know, we should talk about how we felt. Like,
I was symptoms. Sad. When I first found out, I was like surprised. Then I got really sad because we missed some holidays. You know, it was right before Christmas. I never been without my family on Christmas, and I was just really sad. We had plans. We couldn't do those plans. How did you feel like emotionally?
Emotionally, I was sad because I did want to see my family, and there were a couple of times when I thought back to my family. I'm like, I really do miss them. You know, it was the first time I missed them being in our first place. I mean, I felt like the whole time I didn't really like miss them But this was the first time where I'm like, I miss my family. And I felt like I only missed them because I felt like I couldn't. I had to stay home. I couldn't do nothing else but stay home. But I mean, I was happy to be with her, and I got to spend time with her all the time. So it was so much fun. We played so many games.
But we still missed our families, though.
Yeah, we did. So I mean, it was sad in that aspect.
Yeah. But for me, the symptoms are just of a cold. Now, I had a panic attack one time. And since I have asthma, I guess that put some type of strain on my lungs or whatever. And so it caused really bad pain. And I experienced, of like overexertion. And I experienced that same pain when I had that cold. Right? So, but I didn't have a panic attack. So it's kind of like, why am I experiencing this pain? So it was hard to, hard to breathe a little. Painful to breathe. I'd get on my little breathing machine. But after about a week, it cleared up. The cold cleared up. But I started suffering from body aches and pains, and don't even get me started about the bathroom now. Okay. But yeah, that's really how I experienced it. What about you?
I didn't have any body aches, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
I really felt
your
like
arm started hurting before we found out.
Yeah, that's
you had
true.
pain in your arm and you didn't know what was going on.
And that's the same pain before we found out, I sneezed and both my arms just felt really tight with like a sharp pain like shooting down my arms. And I never experienced that before, and I was like, oh my gosh, that really hurt. Like, I don't know what to do. Turns out I think that was a symptom of COVID. I felt really congested, my head hurt, felt like I was sneezing, coughing. One thing that really was different than a cold, besides like the shooting pain in my arms, was me feeling so tired. I felt so tired and weak. Like, I felt like I could sleep the whole day and still feel tired. I felt incredibly tired, and I've never felt that exhausted before. And I think you felt the same way. I mean, we typically get up early and ready to cook breakfast, start our day, whatever. We were waking up later and later every day. One day, I think we woke up at like 1 o'clock. I talked to my parents and they were like, you shouldn't sleep the whole day away. Try to get up because that will, get your body to kind of help yourself. And a lot of cold medication. That's what all the doctors said. Take a lot of cold medication.
Honestly, that Mucinex helped me though, because I haven't experienced body pain since I took Mucinex.
That's what all the doctors are saying. They're saying take Mucinex because that's what helps with COVID symptoms. That's the best to take for COVID symptoms. And I think we felt better after taking that. Yeah. I was really worried about her more than I was worried about myself. Because I felt like I could take it because I don't have pre-existing conditions or anything like that. So I was just like, I can pretty much get through this. I'm just gonna push through this cold and get better. But with her, I'm like, she has asthma, That's the worst thing you could get is something that affects your breathing.
A respiratory illness.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was so worried about her. My family was so worried about her. Everyone was so supportive and trying to be like, is Ty okay? Is Ty okay? Is Ty okay? My parents kept sending me articles after articles of like how to help COVID patients with asthma. But I'm glad she's feeling better. Yeah, that was my biggest concern.
Feeling better.
Thank you. We were feeling so much better.
We are better. This was about a month ago.
Yeah.
When we found out.
Yeah.
On the 18th is when we went to go get tested last month. So yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. Can you believe it? It's crazy.
Yeah.
They say you're only contagious for 10 days.
Yeah.
And then after that, you should be fine being around other people. However, what they don't tell you is that COVID stays in your system up to 2 months.
Yeah, COVID stays in your system for up to 3 months, 90 days.
Yeah. And so we were even contemplating like not going around anyone for about 3 months because we were like, if it stays in your system that long, I don't want to accidentally give it to somebody because they keep telling me 10 days is fine. You know, we're thinking, what, this is a virus. What if you have a flare up one day and then achoo, you know, now you done fling.
Especially when they don't know a lot about it.
Right.
It's kind of like, you know,
yeah.
I feel like it's a lot they don't know. And we don't want to risk stuff. So, yeah, guys.
So, just so you guys know, please, please, please wear a mask, okay? Wearing a mask is important. It's the best way to protect yourself and others, okay? Because you don't know if these people have COVID. Those people probably don't even know if they have COVID. So please protect yourself and others and wear a mask.
Yeah. And keep the hand sanitizer on you.
Yes. Wash your hands 20 seconds.
Social distance, because for some people their symptoms are worse than ours. Okay.
Yes.
So protect yourself at all costs. And they have a vaccine out just in case y'all want to go get chipped. No, I'm just joking. Don't believe me. I'm literally just joking.
Yeah, there's no chip, guys. You know, I know for those of you who are skeptical about this vaccine, if you are skeptical, do your research on this vaccine. That's the best thing that I can tell you to do. But for someone who is not a skeptic, and who've seen these vaccines and have kind of looked into it a little bit, just go get the vaccine, guys. I mean, you guys take every other vaccine and you go to the bar and drink whatever they tell you is tequila. And if you do that, I think you could take the vaccine. So just look at your life and think, should I be skeptical about this vaccine?
Yeah.
It's the best advice I can give you guys.
Yeah.
But alright guys, that concludes our video. Thank you so much for watching.
Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share this video. Let us know what your favorite part of this video was, if you've experienced COVID and how it felt.
If you want a shout out, guys, shout out! Please do all those things that she just said and follow each and every one of our Instagram pages.
They are linked down below. We will be checking.
Yes.
But we look so forward to having you guys join our family, become one of our best friends, because I have decided that I want to call you guys our best friends. So, what's up, best friends? Thanks for watching this video.
And we'll see you
next time.